If you expect this video to be a babysitting session, then click off already. But if you are here to change yourself and to quit those bad habits that been ruining your life, then I'm going to give you the full breakdown on how you can exactly do that. Before we go into the rest of the video, I want to give a quick disclaimer here. If you are not ready to change, then all the things that I'm going to teach you are going to go to waste. So before we go into the video, you should be ready to change. And by being ready, you should hate the way you live right now. You should be ready to change those habits, because changing and quitting a habit that you've been literally doing for a year or I don't know how much time can't be easy to quit, and it won't be easy. This is why I decided to warn you before we go into the rest of the video. So this journey that you are going to start isn't going to be an easy journey, but if you stick into till the rest of the video, I will help you to ease that journey and to take the easiest route. And this brings me to my first point, which is quitting a bad habit can't happen instantly. Let's say that you've been beating your meat or doing something bad for over a year, 2 years, I don't know. There are teenagers who literally get into this kind of destructive habit in the ages of 30. And when they reach the ages of 18, 19, until this age, they've been doing this bad habit. And all of a sudden they want to stop it, and they expect that it's going to go away like in an instant. This is not how things work. If you want to quit a bad habit, let's say that you are addicted to, beating your meat, or whatever habit that you can think of. This can apply to all habits, by the way. In this video I'm going to show you tips that apply to all the habits. So getting back to the point, if you want to quit a bad habit, you can't do it instantly. You should be able to decrease the frequency until it's gone. Like for example, let's say that you've been doing something, let's say that you've been doing it 5 times a week. Your goal should be to decrease it. Even if you did it next week 4 times, this is still progress. There are so many people who beat themselves up. They say that I'm going to quit this habit, and when they try, they go hard and they try to quit it once and for all, and they burn out, because you can't quit a habit that you've been doing for years. That's simply not how things work. You should be able to decrease the frequency until that habit is gone. So what I mean by decreasing the frequency, you should literally take a calendar, and every time you do that bad habit, you should note it in that calendar. And progress is when you see on a weekly basis that habit is starting to disappear. The frequency is dropping. Let's say that you've been doing it 5 times a week. The next week you will do it 3 times a week. The next week 2 times a week. You won't be able to quit it once and for all. All the people that will try to tell you to go quit that habit and just to quit it by willpower or something like that, this is not how things work. You should be able to decrease the frequency. Because in the gym, for example, when you go, do you expect yourself to bench press 100 kg from the first day that you go to the gym, or are you going to work your way progressively? This is the same mindset here. You should work progressively. In the gym we have progressive overload. Here we have progressive, underload or something, because we want to decrease the frequency. We can't do it once and for all, because you are human. You have a dopamine level. You can't quit something that you've been doing for years. Your mind and literally your whole body will demand you to do it every day, because you got used to it. So if you want to decrease it, you should decrease the frequency until you don't feel the urge to do that thing anymore. So this is going to be the first way, and the first thing that you should have in mind. Quitting a bad habit doesn't happen instantly. So decrease the frequency until you don't feel the urge. And this might take you months, this might take you weeks, this might take you even years. But this is how it's done. You can't just quit it. It's impossible. And the most important thing that I'm going to tell you here is don't cope with yourself. Don't say that, for example, you did that thing last week 3 times and this week 3 times, so it's a flat line. No, you should try as hard as you can to decrease the frequency until it's gone. And it might take you even years. There are people who take years to get off that shit, because it's self-destruction. It's sucking your soul, man. So it's not something easy to quit. They are comparing porn addiction to literally, it's comparable to drug addictions. So you might be even at the level of drug addicts, or even worse than them. So it's not something easy to quit. What does drug addicts do? They go to a rehab. So you should do. And this brings me to my next point, which is you should build a life that won't allow you to do that habit anymore. So you should fill your time with things that will drain your energy. Because if you are a young man, and I assume that you are a young man because most of my audience is young men between the ages of 18 and 25. So if you are a young man watching this video and you want to quit, you most likely have a high level of energy because you are still young. You have a high level of energy. You should take that energy and put it into something. Whatever that thing, you should decide what that thing is going to be. Make it the gym, make it running, make it an athletic career, an academic career. Something should be in your life, and you should work hard towards it so that it can drain your energy. You can't keep energy. What happens to most of people is that they sit around all day and they end up asking you, why did I commit that bad habit? Why did I go beat my meat? You did it because you didn't have anything to input that energy that you have towards. So it's in your responsibility to find something that you input that energy towards, so that you don't put it in the wrong directions or in the things that won't benefit you. So this is going to be the second point, which is take that energy that you have and direct it towards something that will drain you. Either go for runs daily, go for a workout. It's late. A run. If you don't have money to go to the gym, a morning run is free. If you don't have money to go to the gym, you can just do push-ups. If you have 1 meter square in your room, you can do push-ups in that space. It's literally free. There are people who I tell to go to the gym so they can quit and they can fill out their times, and they will start coping and tell me that I don't have money to get a membership or something. There are a lot of activities that are free. You can do them for free. A walk in the morning is free, and it will drain you. Walk as far as you can, so that you can drain that energy that you have. You should get back to your house tired, so that you can sleep. Because most of the bad habits and the devil gets to you at night. So you shouldn't have the energy to deal with him. You should direct that energy into something meaningful, something that will help your purpose, which is my last point. You should find a purpose. A man without purpose will always seek refuge in pleasure, because empty pleasures and quick satisfactions only come from bad things. And every time you see that something that will give you a quick satisfaction, or something that they call a quick fix, it's always something bad, because instant gratification is only taken from things that will drain your soul. Any habit that you get instant gratification from, it could be validation from other people, it could be going to watch those movies that you watch, it could be taking drugs, it could be anything that you can think of that can give you instant gratification. It's not a good gratification. There's difference between instant gratification and delayed gratification. This is the concept that you should grasp if you want to quit a bad habit. You should learn to delay gratification. A walk You won't feel like walking before you go walking. But when you get back, you will be so grateful. And this is what we call delayed gratification. You get it, for example, by going to the gym, by studying, because we don't feel like studying most of the time. But when we finish, we feel so grateful. You get it by working on a project that you didn't feel like working on. But when you finish, you feel so grateful. You see the progress, and you feel grateful that you did those actions. And the most important thing is that you should find your purpose. A man without purpose is like a machine like a car without a steering wheel. Imagine if you are driving a car and you don't have the steering wheel. That car will take you anywhere. This is exactly you right now. You are a car without a steering wheel. Once you find your purpose, you will hold that steering wheel because you will know where you are going. You will drive your vehicle and drive yourself and direct your energy towards the thing that will serve that purpose. So the first thing that you should do to battle desire, to get far in life, to achieve your goals, is to find your purpose. And finding your purpose isn't something easy. This is why most people avoid it, because it's not something easy to do. Your purpose won't just magically happen in your life. You will have to go days, maybe even weeks, just so you can figure out what is this purpose of yours. But once you do, you will feel relentless because nothing will stop you anymore. So find your purpose and take as much time as you need to. And what I'm going to tell you is, once you find that purpose, the most practical tip that you can apply is, once you find that purpose, every time you want to commit an action, ask yourself, does this action that I want to do serve my purpose? And the answer is going to be obvious. Don't try to explain it or to be smart about it. If this action is going to serve your purpose, do it. If it's not, then don't. If it's not going to serve your purpose, it's only going to slow you down. So why should you do it anyway? Go do something that will serve your purpose. And this self-dialogue and this self-awareness is what you should develop. This should be a reflex that you should develop. Every time you want to make a decision, ask yourself, does this decision, does this act serve my purpose or not? If the answer is not, leave it. If the answer is yes, by all means go do it. And I'm going to add another chapter in the end of the video, which is going to be just for the guys who actually stick, because they want to actually make a change. Once you quit those bad habits and you start achieving great things in your life, even hard things like going to the gym, going for runs, waking up early, doing those hardcore things like David Goggins and all of that, will feel easier because you won't have bad habits that will drain your energy. Your energy is drained throughout bad habits. No wonder why you feel like not doing anything. No wonder why you don't feel like doing anything, because those bad habits are draining your energy, are sucking your soul. So to go over all the points that I mentioned, first, any habit, or especially a bad habit, you can't quit it instantly. You should manually decrease the frequency until you don't feel the urge to do it. Second, you should get busy living. You should find activities that drain your energy, be it the gym, be it anything. Choose something hard that you can do every day, something accessible, and start doing it. And third, find your purpose. If you find your purpose, you will become obsessed with everything that drives toward that purpose. So you won't be committing anything that won't help you or make you closer to achieving that goal or that purpose. And lastly, think of the lust battle as an everyday battle. It's an everyday war. You won't conquer lust because you are a man, you are a young man. You will always feel lust. So have this mindset that every day you go, It's a war. Every morning is a new battle against lust, because you won't conquer lust, you can't conquer lust, and only having this mindset shift will help you so much to conquer that lust. And that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay hard.